Welcome to PTI BetterGradesFast.com multimedia tutorials. Today we're looking at poetry, and we said that poetry has three features: rhythm, imagery, and theme. Right now we're going to look at imagery. Imagery, you may remember when we did figurative language, is creating pictures in the mind of the reader. And when we did that tutorial on figurative language, we said we can create pictures through song, through sight. Song or sight. Let's take a look at this poem. The Eagle by Alfred Lord Tennyson. First line says, "He clasped the crag with crooked hands." We said that alliteration is the repetition of the first sounding words. So you have kr, kr, kr. We said assonance is the repetition of vowel sounds. Ah, ah, ah. So we have songs being created. Kr, kr, and ah. Kr, ah, kr, ah. Sounds of something eaten, something chewing. Or it can be the claws of the eagle holding on. So that sound of kr, 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 and ah, ah, ah creates a picture in your mind. So through alteration, through assonance, we can have a picture being created of this eagle holding on. So song creates that picture in our mind, that r, kr, kr. Now, apart from that, more alliteration. Lonely lands, the song. That song stretches that syllable, lonely. By that song, when you hear lonely lands, we can think about this large stretch of land that stretches out, just like that song, vast. And he's over there watching down. That's all his land. So that alliteration creates a picture in your mind from the song. That long L song makes us imagine how large that land is. So, two bit of imagery created through figurative language, alliteration and assonance through sound. Okay? Let's look at some of them through sight. First line again is we learned he clasped the crag with crooked hands. This eagle is being compared to a human being. He's not an animal. The poet makes him appear to be human. And he does that for a reason. We don't imagine him as being less than us. We imagine him as being equal to us, a human being. He can look at us in our eyes. He has hands. So we imagine him to be like us. Equal footing. That's important, is personification. Comparing something that is not human to something that's human. Also, in this line here, the fourth line, the wrinkled sea beneath him crawls. The sea, not alive, it's inanimate, it's appearing to crawl like a caterpillar, something alive. And by doing that, a picture is created in our mind, imagery, of that sea crawling like a worm. So personification works. We can picture the image in our mind. Then we have metaphor. A metaphor is a direct comparison, not using like or as or any words to make the comparison. This same fourth line. The wrinkled sea. Wrinkled. We are comparing the sea to something that can be wrinkled. Maybe a garment, wrinkled shirt, or a face wrinkled up. You can see the lines. And that's exactly what the poet wants us to see. Wrinkled, all bent up. So it's a comparison, comparing the sea to cloth or fabric, or even a human face, wrinkled, lots of lines. So we can imagine from way up there how wrinkled it looks. Okay? And our last figure of speech, the last bit of imagery, is, of course, the simile. A comparison between two things using like or as. And here, and like a thunderbolt, he falls. The eagle dives down, but he is so fast, he's like a bolt of lightning, a thunderbolt. That's another word for lightning. And like a thunderbolt, he falls. That comparison of a lightning bolt to the eagle shows how fast he dives. So, in this poem, very short lines, the poet is able to make us see, experience things that he has experienced, that he wants us to experience as well. And the figures of speech, alliteration, assonance through hearing, and personification, metaphor, and simile through sight does that. Okay? Please check your workbook. Everything that I've just said is in the workbook. It's explained, and it's done in a way that you can go back and check it over and over. Okay? That's it. We'll come back to finish off poetry in a minute. Thank you for choosing PTI BetterGradesFast.com. I'll see you soon.